What's up gamers, my name is ThatJack and welcome back to another Geometry Dash tutorial. Today I will give you tips and show you how to pick good colors for your levels, which is something that I struggled with for a long time when building. But before we get into the video, make sure to like and subscribe as it helps me out a lot, and only 3% of my viewers are subscribed, so if you are, you're cool. Anyways, let's get started. My first and biggest tip when choosing colors is to choose desaturated colors. All that means is that you add white to the color, or in Geometry Dash, you move the slider over to the middle like this. When choosing colors, I usually choose a dark base color that I will use to fill in the blocks, like this blue-gray, and then an accent color which I'll use for the details. Usually I make the base color a cool color like a dark blue or purple, and the accent color a bright color like cyan, yellow, or green. I also usually change the hue of some of the details for a larger variety of colors, like I did here. I just changed the hue by plus or minus 20 for some of the details, and it looks really nice. Something that really helped me when choosing colors in my levels is the color slider, and I feel like not enough people use it. It allows you to see what the level looks like while you choose the color, so you can choose colors that match perfectly with one another just by moving the slider on the left. You can also do this with the background and ground colors by pressing the plus buttons to the right of the name in the menu thing. This slider is really simple to use once you understand it. The first slider changes the hue of the color, which means that you change the RGB values of it, which is basically what color the color is. The second slider changes the brightness of the color, so whether it's like dark or light. The third slider changes the saturation of the color, which is a bit hard to explain, but you can probably see what I'm talking about from the visuals. It's basically how much of the color is white or not white. The last slider controls the opacity, which is how visible or invisible the color is when you play the level. Pulses are an aspect that you shouldn't look over in a level, as they can make your level feel much more energetic. However, you want your pulses to fit the music. In a slow part where the music is calm, you may want your pulses to take a while to fade out and not change the color too much. While in a fast part where the music is intense, you may want short pulses that drastically change the color of the level to reflect the intensity of the music. I did this in Mind Crusher, where I used pulses to change the color of the part from blue and cyan to purple and cyan and red and yellow, while also pulsing the hue of each structure individually and the brightness of the base color. Making your level flash from dark to bright, or bright to dark quickly during the level can make it feel very intense, and is really good for adding energy. Although don't forget to make sure that the pulses are on beat and in sync with the music, as they can look weird if they don't. When changing the color in the level, what I usually do is only change the hue. This makes it easy to choose the colors for the next part of the level, and makes making the pulses easier as well. I also usually only change the colors at the beginning of each part, and use pulses for the rest, although that part is up to you. Here's some tips for making designs with cool colors that I've used. Try setting the object color to your bright accent color. Also try making the accent color rapidly change for a cool effect. If you want, you can add some of these old blocks with a low opacity black and an invisible color to add a cool texture to your block. You can also add glow with the accent color and blending, which makes the color act like light and is really useful for glow, to the base dark color blocks, which looks really nice in my opinion. If you want to add shading, what I usually do is decrease the saturation and increase the brightness by 0.10 each for the top and left side of the block, and increase the saturation and decrease the brightness by 0.10 each for the bottom and right side of the block. And all you have to do that is open up the color menu and then go to the HSV part. I also like to layer the darker part below the lighter part. Make sure that the perspectives is the same, which basically means that you have to have the top part of every block be lighter, no matter if it's on the top or bottom of the screen, because if you don't, it ends up looking really weird. When you choose the colors for your level, make sure you experiment with different color combinations before deciding on one, as you may find one that you really like. And remember that this all comes with practice. You won't be perfect on your first try, and that's okay. With that said, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video, which will hopefully be soon.